Hey y'all, sorry for the wait, but I'm back. My name's Forrest Fergus, and this is Forrest Talks Noise. Today, I'm talking about Soliloquy for Lilith by Nurse with Wound. Soliloquy for Lilith is the 10th major studio album by the British experimental artist Stephen Stapleton, and some of the versions only have like 6 tracks, I think. Some versions have 8, but either way, it's going to run for about 2.5 hours, depending on which edition you get. So the story behind this album goes kind of like this. Stapleton and his wife were in the studio recording this album, and the main sort of sound source that you hear on this album is feedback loops with analog technology. Having used feedback loops in my own music, I can tell you that they're usually one solid note, but that isn't really what we hear on the album. Instead, we hear a lot of these kind of fluttering, sort of oscillating drone sort of sounds. And the reason why that happened was because the studio that they were recording in had an electrical error. So whenever Stapleton would like move his hands near the equipment, it would cause like electrical currents to sort of shift and change inside the equipment, causing the sort of weird moving sounds that we hear, as opposed to, just static feedback drones. So the album has a cool backstory. So what? I hear you asking. I can assure you that the music on the album is just as good as the story behind the album itself. If you ask me to describe this album, I'd say that it's sort of minimal, dark, brooding. It's a very evil sounding album. It almost reminds me of like if you took a Tool music video and you turned it into a full album, a full triple album. Each song follows kind of a similar formula, but rather than getting stale, each song just gets better than the one before it. So while Nurse with Wound is not my favorite experimental music project, this is definitely one of my favorite albums in this sort of like niche. Whenever I listen to it, I feel like I'm being magically turned into like an insect or something like that. It's so hard to describe, and I would really urge every single one of you to give this a listen. You can find it on YouTube, but I don't think it's on streaming, unfortunately. So if you like dark and ominous drone music, you should check out my Bandcamp. Also, me and my boys in Clipped Wing, we put out a single a couple days ago, or yesterday actually, I think it was. We put out a single yesterday with 2 songs on it that's really, really good. So I would urge you guys to go and listen to that as well. But yeah, anyways, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Peace.